Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to this episode of Secrets of Pez Hunting. We're going to see how this works out today. It's good to see everybody out there. So today we're going to be looking at Pez that was sent to us from Tamara Cooper quite a while ago. It's probably just going to be me doing this tonight. Sherry's actually in the process of building coin structure, so who knows? We might come back for a classic flip in a little while. Depends on how crazy bonkers we are. But I have a commitment to make to Tamara, and a promise I made on the live stream earlier today, so I'm going to keep that. So we're going to go take a look at some of the Pez. Now, I expect this to be a multi-part series, so we're not going to go through all the Pez today. Whenever we're Pez hunting, it's fun, but at the same time, it's serious business, right? Gloves on. So we're going to be looking at the Pez, some of the Pez that Tamara sent. We're going to be looking at what we already have inside of our collection. And we'll also be spending some time looking at the original Pez Collector's Price Guide. This is one of the things about Pez is it's still primarily a paper hobby. There are several databases online that have been created by the Pez collecting community to try to understand what different types of variations there are in Pez. I mean, Pez have been around for a long, long time, right? Over 50 years, I think Pez have been around. Yeah, longer than that. 50 years would take us back to the 70s. So they've been around long before that. And they're manufactured in various manufacturing facilities all over the world, over 50, 60, 75, however many years that they've been. But there hasn't really been, there aren't that very many definitive guides. There's this one here, which is written by John J. Laspina. You can actually find John in a lot of the Pez communities in Facebook, has kind of become the community's de facto guide to pricing Pez and understanding that. So if there's something very interesting that we find here, then we might take a look at the price guide. This was updated as of the spring of 2021. This may in fact be the last version of this book that ever gets published because the author is wanting to kind of retire. So that's what we're going to be doing. So Pokerasi, I can see you're not sleeping yet. I will probably put you to sleep as we go through this today. I was hoping we'd see Tamara Cooper on here, but she might be in sometime later. So I started going through the Pez, and the first Pez that we're going to take a look at today is this Pez dispenser right here. It was in a, typically Pez, when you find Pez, they're either going to be in their package or outside of their package. Right? Well, if you look at our collection, none of our Pez are in wrappers or in packaging. That's because we like to put the Pez on display. They're more fun. If they're all wrapped in plastic, all wrapped in packages, they're just not as much fun to look at. They don't spark the joy that a giant Pez collection can, just from all the colors. And I mean, here it is. Here's an example. Right here it is. This is as you can see on the screen right now. This is Roo from Winnie the Pooh. It's actually on the main camera, looking at our Pez collection here. But this is the Roo Pez dispenser. This is this particular Roo Sometimes when you get Pez dispensers, you might take a look at the patent number on the stem to understand generation. This is a 5.9 patent. This was made in Hungary. At least the stem and Rue himself was made in Hungary. Unfortunately, this is not a perfect specimen, right? If we look at the back of the Pez dispenser, we can see that there is some damage or discoloration to the ear. And it looks like it might be wash offable, might not be. Um, but anytime you're looking at Pez, you want to always, especially older Pez. This is an older Pez dispenser. We can look in the price guide for more information, but he's definitely got some chipping. Uh, he looks happy. He's a happy Pez dispenser. But if we compare him with what we actually have in the collection, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in over there. I got to walk over to the camera and zoom in on Rue, which we do have. Let's take a look at the Rue that we do have. Let's see if this works. There we go. That ought to hold. So there's Rue right there. And I'm looking for eyebrow variations, potentially skin tone variations. Now it looks like this Rue in my hand here may in fact be darker than the one inside the case. Might actually have to open up the case and find out. Could be a difference in the lighting. Yeah, so we're gonna take a look. I can't tell if the eyebrows might be different, or that might just be some flash from the lights. So I'm gonna go take a look. There could be some slight differences. Those look slightly pinker. Again, I'm not sure if it's a difference in the lighting. Let's bring this guy over here and take a look. I'm gonna actually open up the cabinet here and see if there is any difference. Put them side by side, look at them in the same light, because I can't quite tell. And actually looking side by side, they kind of look to be the same, except the new one. Well, I don't know. There is actually a slight. Oh, there are some slight differences here. So this is interesting. We actually do have some slight differences with. That may just be the mold, though. So it's always. So there may be some slight differences in the color tone. Always hard to tell, especially on camera, but in person, there's some slight differences. The ears appear to be the same color pink. I'm guessing it's not a registered variation. So it may just be a slight difference in the plastic they used in manufacturing. I'm going to take a look at the collector's price guide here, see if I can find Rue, and take a look. Hey, Jennifer French, how are you doing? Hey, Tamara Cooper, glad to see you. Yeah, there is a tongue on the one in the cabinet. It's kind of obscured by the shadow. So that's not really showing up too well. Let's see. But there is definitely a tongue there. It's just kind of, I'll bring the black light in. You can kind of see it's more pink there. There definitely is a tongue there. It's just kind of hard to tell because of the lighting. So I'm going to take a quick look at that in the index. Yeah, I like Rue too. Let's see if he's actually. Unfortunately, this has got a lot of Funko Pops. We don't collect Funko Pops ourselves. We are not into Funko Pez. Let's see. I probably need to look up Winnie. Let's see if we can find Winnie the Pooh here. Because Rue is probably with Winnie the Pooh. Looks like Winnie the Poohs are on page 100. So that's probably where Rue is. Yeah, there's Rue. Now, in terms of official variations, there's Roo. There's just a single variation with feet. So 2004 is when Roo was actually created. And so it looks like we've already got Roo. And there's not a really significant variation here, unfortunately. So that's going to be a dupe. But it's interesting to take a look and see what they've got. So I'm going to put Roo over here, and we'll grab another dispenser. Well, yeah, this is Pez hunting. Got a mountain of Pez. Got to see what you got. So, see, we're kind of on Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, Tweety Bird. Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. So here is Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh in plastic wrap. Now this is a Winnie the Pooh. If we look at our Pez Collector's Guide, there's a couple variations of Winnie the Pooh. So I believe this is so this Winnie the Pooh has a red collar on it. What about Papa Smurf, Douglas? I haven't got to Papa Smurf yet, but let's go over here and take a look at. I mean, Winnie the Pooh's already on screen. He's just slightly twisted here. So that guy right there. That is who I think we're actually looking at here in plastic. Is Winnie the Pooh. Now we actually have several variations of Winnie the Pooh here. So I'm just opening up the cabinet here. So we actually have several variations of Winnie the Pooh. There's this Winnie the Pooh and these two, and you'll notice they all have red collars. But a few of the differences between the Winnie the Poohs that we actually do have is this is actually a completely different. This is like a yellow. These are both. This is glossy, and if you look closely at these two, you'll see this one has kind of bushy eyebrows, and this one has very thin eyebrows. See how they're very, very thin compared to the bushy eyebrows on that Winnie the Pooh. Then, of course, there's that yellow Winnie the Pooh up there, which is a different material. You see is not very glossy. So we're going to take a look at the Winnie the Pooh that we have right here and try to figure out whether or not which of these Winnie the Poohs it might be, and then compare it with what's in the price guide. Now, all of these Winnie the Poohs, though, these are, even though this Winnie the Pooh is in plastic right here, and it has candy, you probably would not want to eat this candy. This candy's probably from like 2001, so I wouldn't be opening it. So, yeah, Tamara, we absolutely did. So, anyway, that was the first Pez, and sometimes you don't know till you go through them. But we know this one's got a collar on it, and looking here at the eyebrows, we can see that it's got a thin eyebrow. So we know it's one of the thin varieties. And looking at the head, it's not super glossy. I'm trying to get him rotated here in plastic. Here we go. Okay. So he does not have, he has, where are we go there? Okay. So he has no tongue. Okay. So he's not the one with this other plastic. So if we look at him, he's got no tongue himself with thin eyebrows. And if we look at, of course, we know this guy has a tongue, right? He has a tongue. We know it's not him. We know he's got bushy eyebrows. So that means if it's one we have, it would be this one here. All right, it would be this guy here. Boop, there we go. So we're going to go take a closer look and see if there's any other variations I can spy just by taking a quick glance at it. Sometimes I use a black light. Sometimes you can see differences in plastic with the black light. But so far, I think that's the same eyebrows. I'll bring those over in camera. See, they're just more fun out of plastic too. So, but And then if I look at the patent number, this patent number is that's a 49. The one I've got is a 49. So now sometimes you can also look at the back of their head, and there is a stamp or mark on the back of it that says Disney. Yeah, Parb, it's a 49 Hungry, and we've got a 49 Hungry. Usually we're not too picky though about the stem. We're really looking more at the overall dispenser. So I got to adjust that view there. But it looks like it's a 49 Hungry, and it does have the stamp on the back of the head. And just get Pooh turned around here so we can actually get a better shot of it. But yeah, this would be a thin eyebrow red collar with feet. So that's a thin eyebrow red collar. Let's see. There we go. Thin eyebrow red collar with feet. Price valuation $1 to $2. That's about right. I mean, and it does have the Disney stamp on the back of the head, though it's kind of hard to see in the lighting. So I don't need to take him out of the package. But yeah. Yeah, Tamara says if it's one I sent, don't try to eat the candy. Yes, I agree. Definitely don't. Let's see. Let's take a look at another one. Now, there was one in here that was kind of interesting, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. And Barb, I'm curious about your opinion on this, since you're here. Barb Pearson has a little bit of experience with Pez. So here is a ghost. This is a ghost, right? This is a kind of a classic ghost. And let me go move the camera over to our Halloween dispensers. Halloween dispensers are just down low here. All right, there's our Halloween dispensers, and the camera will hold for me. Those are our ghosts. Okay, that match. There's a bunch of ghosts, but in terms of that are matching the one up right now, those are the two ghosts. And they kind of look the same, but brought the black light along, and the one in the package, it's not a glow in the dark, but it actually glows. You see that? It's glowing. I'm not glow in the dark, but it's fluorescing with the black light, which I thought was kind of interesting. And Alexa, turn off the pastry case. And if I go over here to these guys, it's a little bit. We have a glow in the dark one there, so you'll see the guys that glow in the dark there. But this guy doesn't fluoresce quite the same way, I thought. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Could be he's in plastic. I'm actually going to pop this one out, take a better look at it, and see if it's just an illusion from the plastic wrap, because it's like phosphorescing. And so there's our normal one here. One I already had was on the left or on the bottom. New one is up here on the right. And I swear it just fluoresces more. It's just, that's the only thing I can describe. It just fluoresces more. It actually appears to be in better condition than the one we already have as well. So these are both 49 Hungry, but the one we already had has some damage to the stem. This is a much earlier Pez in our collection. It might have gotten actually played with at one point by kids. But it looks like the new Pez is actually in slightly better shape. So it might actually go in the collection because it seems to be in overall better shape, but it's like there's some different material in the stem, and I don't know what to make of it. Maybe it's just in better shape and hasn't worn out as much, but I swear it's fluorescing more. Yeah, Tamara, we'll definitely toss the candy. It just seems brighter for whatever reason. I'm not sure what to make of it. But there is some damage actually to the eyes, though, on the new one. And you'll see there's like that crack that's kind of white, those white cuts on the plastic. So hard to say, but it is actually quite interesting. So I'm going to set those guys aside as potential additions to the collection because the difference in the plastic to me is just very interesting. I'm going to throw out the candy as well here off screen. But I thought that was interesting. Yeah, Barb, I think we're going to swap them out. Alexa, turn on the pastry case. All right, so moving on to another interesting one. So we've got another Winnie the Pooh, or quite a few from the Winnie the Pooh collection. This is, of course, our buddy Eeyore. And there's several different varieties of Eeyore that exist. So on the Eeyore side, we've got two specimens in our collection of Eeyore today. We have the one with the line down his face, and then we have the three line, just the three little kind of indentations there. There were the stitch marks on his face. And judging by what I saw so far, it looks like it's really this guy. This is the one in question. I can get the camera. There we go. Stay, camera, stay. All right. So that's the one in question. Eeyore's your favorite, Ryan? Oh, gosh darn. So here we are. Here's Eeyore. Let me go back and look at Eeyore and see what the official score is. So Eeyore right now there's just two varieties. Vertical line, no line. We have both of them. I'm looking to see if there might be a difference in quality or some other variation. Yeah, he looks, I think he's the same. He's the same to me. So we've got him. Let's see what else I got here. Let's see. Who do I got? I'm just looking to see who's in that cabinet that we can take a look at. So let's see, we're on Disney. We're in the Disney row. So here is the line from the Lion King. Who can tell me who that is? So from the Lion King, here we go. We got our Minnies. We got our Mickeys. Neither of which are in the Lion King. I'm just having to readjust the camera. There we go. Looks like a Simone to me. Let's see. Pumbaa, Simba? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Simba. I don't know why I said Simone. That sounds like I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is a Simba. Now you'll notice that it does have a green stem, and the ones we have do not have a green stem. We don't collect for stem variations. Oftentimes with the Pez dispenser, you'll see 4 or 5 different colored stems, all with the same head. And we don't collect for those variations. We just kind of collect to have one sample of the head, a good sample of the head with a good sample of the stem. So we have 2 variations in there of Simba, and this looks to me like it's a red eye or orange eye Simba, which we have over right there on the left-hand side with the yellow stem. The thin eyebrows, pink nose, kind of the dashed whiskers there. So, and then this is in terms of the actual Pez stem itself, which we're generally not too picky about. It's a 5.9 Slovakia Pez, 5.9. There we go. It doesn't. It's there we go. Yeah, it's a 5.9 stem from Slovakia. All right, let's see who's next in this pile. Let's see. So we're kind of in the Disney area right now. So let's take a look at. We got a Mickey here to take a look at. There's Mickey Mouse. Let's go take a look at our Mickey. We have him. I can't remember if he was snow skiing Mickey. This kind of looks like an angry Mickey to me. Like he wants to go skiing on the slopes and pick a fight with somebody. But he's got that smirk. We've even got the orange stem. So yeah, we've got him. There's just one variety of that. Where's Sherry? Sherry's actually setting up something in the coin pusher right now. So we'll see where that gets to tonight. Let's see who else I got in here. Well, we do have some more Halloween Pez we can go take a look at. Here's Bones. So I've been promising to do a Pez hunting through the Pez that Tamara sent us for a while, and today is a day that is just a good day to remember to not leave commitments hanging out there. So I don't want to leave any commitments out there. So here we go. Can you guys see Bones right there? He's kind of in there all by himself. I call him Bones anyway. There he is. Right there next to, I don't know, another skeleton. We call him Skeletor. There we go. Not a glow in the dark, unfortunately. Sometimes you find hidden glow in the darks. Yeah, he's just a happy Bones guy, right? Woo! Never met a happier skeleton in my life. We got him. Let's see who else we got in here. That's in this display. Here's one. These are kind of interesting to take a look at sometimes. There's a lot of varieties in this. Is Charlie Brown. So there have been a lot of different Charlie Brown variations over the years, and but there's a lot of common Charlie Brown. So far, all the Pez that we've looked at, I would classify as commons. So there's our Charlie Browns. Because 1, 2, we have 6 Charlie Browns, and I just want to make sure all 6 of them are there. So we have 6 of them. This Charlie looks like the one in the middle. He's the one in the middle. But I'm going to go pop open the official price guide here, because Charlie Brown is kind of, he can be sneaky. There's some variations of Charlie Brown that get by. So I just want to check the price guide. The eyes were different on the Bones Pez. All right. I'll challenge you on that one, Rhonda. I pulled him back out. We'll go take a look at that. finish up Charlie Brown here, and then we'll go back to bones. All right, so I'm talking about Charlie Brown, right? There's several variations. So Charlie Brown A, you'll notice their price ranges are 125 to 50. There's some couple commons in here, but these are like the early Charlie Browns, right? So we're actually looking at a sample of Charlie Brown B, I think. I think this is a Charlie Brown B, even with the kind of the light blue cap. I think that's Charlie Brown B, because this is a newer Charlie Brown in kind of newer 2000s, 2005 kind of packaging. So that's why I'm saying this is probably a Charlie Brown B. Charlie Brown A's were a lot earlier. You'll see that over there on the left we have Charlie Brown A is over there on the left. So that guy in the left-hand corner with his tongue sticking out, that's a Charlie Brown A with his tongue sticking out. On the right-hand side is another Charlie Brown A. You'll see they're kind of smaller. All right, you think their eyes are looking different in different directions. So you could be right. You could be right. So we're going to go back over there and take a look. Hey, that's why we do this together, right? So, but yeah, Tamara, you definitely did help us smile. So it just takes us a while sometimes to get through and actually make something or do something with the things that are given. So eyes closed together, closed, eyes far apart, closed. We actually don't have any of those, I think. Frowning with feet, we do have a frowner, but I think we can say that we do have this Charlie Brown, but I want to go take a look at bones again and see what that says, because maybe you're right. Maybe I jumped to conclusions too quickly here. Oh my gosh, I think you're right. Let's see. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You guys are right. Holy smokes. He is different. Totally different. Totally different. You guys got it. You found the hidden Pez dispenser. Guaranteed different. Wow. Nice job. See, I would have just glossed over that. I don't know how I didn't notice it. Probably because I'm too busy talking or trying to talk. Let's see. So I gotta actually go look at skulls now. That might be Scully. Is that a Scully? Page 95. Teach me not to actually go look. Oh no, that's Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Shoot. Yeah, he did. Don't do that, John. Don't do what? Yeah, Tamara, we did find something new in there so far. So we've got one confirmed new one, and at least and a maybe, right? That other skull. Ironic that they're both skeletons. I'm not sure why that would be ironic, but it's interesting that they are both skeletons. 59. Maybe it's Deadhead. I wish this price guide had pictures in it, but it's got so much information. Sean Peterson has really nice illustrated Pez guide. Yeah, I like Sean's guide, but it doesn't have enough. Doesn't have enough of them. So, that variation is not in this guide. So, but that was awesome. Good find. All right, yeah. So that was definitely a different one. Now we've got another interesting one here, and this is technically one we don't have, right? So we don't actually collect the hearts. So Pez came out with a collection of hearts candies. And one of the things that we decided, here's a bunch of our hearts, but you'll notice that all of ours actually say Happy Valentine's Day. So um, what we decided to do was only collect the hearts that say Happy Valentine's Day, because they have so many of these Pez, of these hearts Pez, with a ton of different sayings like sweet, forget me not, and a bunch of others. And it would be like a whole whole cabinet in and of itself. Um, yeah, again, Rhonda, thank you for pointing that out. I'm glad we're doing this live. Uh, you know, how many people we got out here? 21 eyes, 42 eyes are better than two. So awesome, good job. Thank you for spotting that. But yeah, this Valentine's Pez dispenser, though we don't have it, it's a suite which we don't collect on purpose because we just have too many, because there's just a ton of them out there. So though we don't have it, even the stem, I think. Now this is the tricky part. I don't think I have this stem on any hearts. I don't think I have that stem. I'm looking at that stem and I'm looking at the rest of my hearts that we have here in the collection, and we don't actually have one that is two hearts and then two hearts with blank in between. You'll notice there's a bunch in there with two hearts, and a bunch of hearts, and a bunch of hearts. And it's not like they're randomly printed. So even though that's a sweet and not a Happy Valentine's Day, technically I might be forced to add that into the collection because the stem is a unique stem in our collection. So Tamara, I think that actually counts because that variation here. Um, so I think we're going to have to add this to our collection. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it open and set it aside. Wow. That's just really cool. So we've got at least two, possibly three Pez that we don't have. And we've hardly gone through these. So sometimes you don't know till you go through them. Now, again, these would all be classified as commons. So it's not like, hey, multi-million dollars, they're just, a buck or two. Often these would be in bins at a garage sale, for a buck. But it's so hard to find these. And often some, like the skull variation, I don't think is documented. Barb Pearson she might be Googling right now. It's probably out in some of the community databases. I think that was kind of interesting. Let's see, who else we have here? Okay. Here's another one. Yeah, so a lot of these Pez are, 20 years old, right? 15, 20 years old. So they're not actively sold. It's just they're only ever really selling the most recent one. So here is everybody's favorite Space Ranger. It's Buzz. So let's take a look at the Buzz that we have. And today, so right now we have three Buzz. Now it's ironic that Buzz is behind Woody. I think any fan of the Toy Story series might say, well, Buzz might be in front, but there we go. There are our three Buzzes. We actually have three Buzzes. So I'm just going to make some room here so we can actually see what we've got here in terms of Buzz. So there's our three Buzzes. Now we do have some unique stems there. So we have a Disney Parks stem. So those you could only acquire by going to Disney Parks or knowing somebody or getting one from someone at Disney Parks. Hey, Amy H. Then we have the other two, which are two different varieties of Buzz himself. Let's take a look at this Buzz. So he's got kind of bushy eyebrows. The box is actually kind of popping open already. Sure as I had a squished face. I think it's, Sheila says she thinks it's different. Let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pop him out of the case and we're going to find out. Because again, for us, the value is not in the case. Let's go take a look. Does look like it might be different. Let's see. So it looks to me like it's this guy here on the left. If I take a quick look out, pull them out, they're both 2006 Disney Pixar's. And in terms of the faces, kind of look the same to me. I think they're dupes. I would classify them as dupes. A dupe just means it's a duplicate of one that's already in the collection. So, yeah, it looks like a duplicate to me. Sometimes you just gotta look close. The eyes kind of look the same to me when I went up close like that. Thought the eyebrow was higher. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so which one is the new one? Which one is the old one? They look the same to me. What am I missing? Oh, Gene, yeah, a lot of people lose their Pez in moves and stuff. I used to have a Magic the Card collection of first generation Magic Gathering cards. I lost that in a move, vehicle cell. So yeah, to me they look the same. They even kind of have the same offset, kind of almost looks like a broken nose at the right angle. Yeah, they look identical to me. So there's a slight difference in the gap between the eyebrow and the purple paint, but that's really just, it's not really a variation. That's just a slight difference in the manufacturing. Well, Sheila, you're right. The new one is on the right. Yep, you guys are right. The new one is on the right. I'm not quite sure how you can tell, though. Is the face fatter? They look the same to me. The only difference I really see is that difference between the eyebrow and the body. And in my opinion, the old one is actually in a better shape in that regard. So they're both 6'9". And also, something that I didn't notice, I just noticed now, but the foot on the new one is actually broken. So that's a broken foot. So yeah, they're slight difference with the eyebrow, and that's really just between um, the purple mold and the face. It's not really a variation that's significant, and the broken foot too. So yeah, I agree, Tamara. We'll keep the one we got. But that's something else that happens with Pez is as they get older, I mean they're plastic, so they definitely get the plastic gets brittle, right, and breaks. It's not uncommon to find old Pez or Pez, even Pez that's just 10 years old, 15 years old that actually start having some uh, broken pieces on them. They just break. Oh no, Rhonda Matney's going. I'm sure Rhonda's gonna be like, wait, no, there's this other big difference. Let's see. Okay, here's one we can do. Name that character. It's a Disney character. Can you name that character? Why do the eyes? They were really only different depending on the angle that you were looking at it. It still was. It pretty much looked like the same example to me. Let's see if you guys can identify who this Disney character is. Yeah, Tamara, there might be a Woody in there. I only have some of the Pez inside. I plan to do this for probably an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. You'll see how long it's taken us to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not 10, 12. So you do about 10 of these or 12 of those an hour. Cinderella, okay, yep. So let's go take a look at our Disney princesses, and there is a substantial number of Disney princesses. So there they are. Good old Disney princess. And let's go take a look. Let's get a little bit closer here to Cinderella. Now you notice there's two different Cinderellas in here. That one is actually newer. This should be the same generation Cinderella that's in the package. Let's see if there's any substantial differences that worth noting. Aladdin. Let's see. All right, same black necklace. It's a little blurry there, so I'm going to try to clear it up because the other Disney princesses are taking the focus. Fitting that it's always another princess, and it happened to be Cinderella that they were taking the focus from. That's funny. Hey, Cindy. Looks the same as one you have there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's just see here. A little blue button, kind of orangish brown eyebrows, lipstick. Looks a little smeary, probably because of the plastic. Whites of the eyes look about the same. They are actually blue. So in the one in the collection, you can see that it looks a little bit blue. Line down the front of the top. Yeah, yep. Ours has that too. Good. That's a good catch, Tamara. But yeah, that looks to me that looks the same. And other than, I mean, just looking at that picture, I think someone needs to help her put her lipstick on. It's clearly the mice were got a little bit crazy with the lipstick, I think. I'm just going to go take a quick peek. I think it's the same. Well, I'm actually going to open it. I'm opening it. Huh. Well, I don't quite know what I'm seeing here. There's actually a difference in the height. The lipstick is a little bit different on top. I'm kind of floored. I think it's a dupe. I think I would classify it as a duplicate. There appears to be some paint overflow on it too. You can kind of see over here. Well, he keeps wanting to go into Pocahontas, but in front of her hairband over here, you'll see there's some overflow paint over there on the front. So I think it's actually a dupe. It just has a really bad paint job, so makes it look different. But I think it's actually a dupe. And it's a dupe with a bad paint job, which happens. Yeah, Botox lips. Yeah, definitely. There was some variation, but it looks like it's just a bad paint job. Cindy Redina, she missed Sherry. I do too. She's actually over in the coin pusher setting up, so we may be heading over there some point soon. Let's see. I've got one more ghost. We'll do this ghost, and then we'll probably close it up for now. Again, we might be back with the actual coin pusher flip in a little bit. I'm not sure here, but we have one more ghost to do. It's kind of a silly ghost. Yeah, Tamara, I agree. The other one was messed up. Let's go take a look at this ghost. Here we go. So there's the ghost. Now this ghost is interesting. So this is one where you look at it and you might not realize it, but it is actually glow in the dark. So this guy will actually glow in the dark. Yeah, Linda P, that is Sherry in the background. So here is glow in the dark. You see he's glowing. It's like a kid drew it. He does. But this is that same Pez we've got right there on screen with the kind of squiggly eyes, split tongue. He's smiling. And I believe we have the glow in the dark one as well. And so I'm just going to bring over my black light and make sure, Alexa, turn off the pastry case. We can see he's glow in the dark. Oh, Alexa, stop. There we go. Now you can see. If I shut off this light, shine the black light on it, and it continues to glow. So those are some great examples of black and white Pez. Mwahaha. Ooh, ah, ooh. Alexa, turn on the pastry case. Yeah, we do have him. So anyway, he's going back in the box. So I think that's going to probably be it for this session of Pez hunting. So got to start, Tamara. We'll do more in the future. It looks like we have at least 2 confirmed Pez that we don't actually already have in some shape or form, and possibly a third. So that's pretty good. Now going through 12, 13 dispensers and actually finding a handful that we don't already have is pretty cool. So especially what I'm really excited about was, of course, Bones here, or whatever we were calling him. His eyes are looking totally different than the other one, and I can't believe I missed that. So thank you again, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. We may be back in a little while with the FIP. It may be tomorrow. I can hear Sherry stacking. It's, hold on just a second. Let me go check with her. So I'll be right back. You'll hear the whole conversation. I've got my AirPods in. So, hey Sherry, I'm coming around the corner. Live streamers are not on camera, but they're on microphone. How's it going? Holy smokes! You wanted to do that tonight?
Yes.
All right. All right, hopefully you heard Sherry's response. She's building quite the structure in there. She's finishing up right now. So I think we're going to close down this live stream, and we'll be popping open a new one for a Classic FIP here in a few minutes. And yeah, so she's got the structure pretty much built. So I've got to go move everything over there, switch everything around, switch to a different live stream thingamabob. So yeah, so I'm just trying to decide if I want to close this down or keep it rolling. Yeah, so we're going to close this down and we'll pop another one open for the FIP. So be looking for that next. So when I close this down, it'll probably be about 20 minutes before the new one gets created, and I'll go ahead and get that created as quickly as possible. And Alvin Barnum, a quick collection tour. Well, I can do a little something. All right, Alvin. Alvin's asking for a quick collection tour. Do that. So we'll take this camera. We'll do the collection tour here. All right. So here is the tour of the collection. So we've got Sports Pez up at the top. That's all of our Sports Pez. Hockey, basketball, whistles, a couple Charlie Browns in there, baseballs, baseball teams with hats, baseballs themselves. These are our advertising Pez. We love advertising Pez. These are some of our favorite Pez. And the all-seeing eye, someone who knows what they're looking at, will know that that is not a Pez dispenser. It was made by Compaq. A couple guys at Compaq had those made, and I happen to know one of the guys who was responsible for distributing those. So he gave me one of those awesome Penguin Compaq fake Pez dispensers. Oh, Sherry's here. Do you want to give a tour?
You were already doing it. Keep going.
All right. So Sherry's here. I don't know if you can hear that on these, but we have the bees. Sherry, the bees are awesome. Let me check it. Our favorites still are advertising. We love advertising Pez. European advertising Pez are really hard for us to get. And Australian advertising Pez, we really don't have any Australian advertising Pez. But
those dogs are Australian advertising Pez.
Well, those 2 dogs are, okay. Those 3 dogs. Oh, Sherry, by the way, do you see over there on the plastic, the Bones skull? We don't have him. No. The eyes are different. His eyes are totally looking the wrong way. Here. Anyway, bring him down here.
Oh yeah, he's looking up.
Yeah, and I was going to pass by it.
In the book as a variation?
I couldn't find him in the book. So, but I couldn't. I'm not sure what his name was in the book. So we'll have to. Anyway, we'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, he was definitely new. Back on the tour, so we had advertising. We have smiles emojis. We have fruits and insects and other variations way the heck over there. We have our Disney collection. Minnie, Mickey, the ducks, Donald and Daffy.
Hold on, show them my favorite Donald.
Oh, okay. Sherry's favorite Donald. Let me just switch this to, there we go. Sherry's favorite Donald is Grumpy Donald.
He's so crabby.
He's so crabby.
That's so perfectly Donald Duck. I always think of Donald Duck as being crabby.
Then we've got our Toy Story, Nemo, of course, Cars in the back. That wasn't Cars, is it? No, it could be. Pixar, whatever.
Yeah.
We got our Disney princesses. This entire row. This is our holidays, so Christmas. I missed the fairies. Oh yeah, so Sherry wants me to point out the fairies in the back. They're not her favorite. And if you're chatting at me in chat, I can't actually see it as I'm getting the tour. So we have the 12 Days of Christmas, the Bear Pez. These are, like I said, this is our holiday Pez. There's Halloween, Easter. More Easter. Produce a lot of Easter Pez.
When you get to the ladybug, I can show you.
Oh, Sherry wants to take a look at the ladybug.
Valentine's Day ladybug.
Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, Sherry, what do you want to point out?
That's like a $2 Pez dispenser. But if you find it where her antennas are red, she's like $100. So that's one to watch for if you ever find ladybug Pez dispenser.
I got to step out of this because I'm.
So we'll never have one, but that's what they are.
So we've got, there's the ladybug. And of course, Minions and the Charlie Browns we were looking at. By the way, Sherry, that Hearts Pez dispenser that's up there on the counter, we don't have that stem. It's not a Happy Valentine's Day. We don't have that stem.
No, we don't.
So
I think I had it in the past, but when we send them out,
we just did the Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So Scooby-Doo and the mystery box Pez's over up there in the back.
But that is something to bring up with the Pez part.
Yep. Here's Hello Kitty. We all love Hello Kitty. Yeah.
Some of the Hello Kitties I love.
Well, there's a ton of Hello Kitties we're missing.
Look at the student in Asia. Anybody who's in Asia, there's a lot of Hello Kitties we don't get here.
Yep.
See the black Hello Kitty with the bow? It has a skull in the middle of the bow. I don't know what that's about, but that's one that I got from somebody in Asia.
Yep. We've traded. We do a lot of international trading. Bugs, Warner Brothers cartoons. Got some of these. These are new from Pez. That's a dragon fruit Pez.
Yeah, we can get those. Those are just crossed in there.
Yep. We've got to sort through all of these yet.
Well, we have to organize the case again.
Got to organize the case. We have some older Pez down here, footless Pez that we still need to better organize. They're kind of laying loose.
Look at Little Orphan Annie. I wanted her for the last 20 years. I wanted her.
Little Orphan Annie right there.
Finally got
it. Doesn't she just look like Little Orphan Annie?
Yeah.
With her white eyes?
She looks like Little Orphan Annie. I've always wanted her. I don't know why I always wanted her, but I always.
There she is. So that's a brief Pez tour of that part of the Pez collection. Holy Toledo. So hopefully that works. No Starwood. We actually do. That's the other cabinet. Only doing one cabinet tonight. The other one's not lit right now. Hey, Sherry, they saw you walking by here. So anyway. But yeah, that is a different case. Thank you, Amy. She is here, Cindy. Cindy was saying she was missing you.
No, I'm here.
So she's here. All right, we're gonna go switch around. Like I said, it'll be about 20 minutes before I post the live stream for the game, the Flash in the Pan, and we'll swap over to that in about 20 minutes and get rolling. Might take me a little bit longer to get it started, but I'll get the entry created then. So anyway, catch y'all. See you later, and we'll talk to you later. So yeah, the huge Barbie Pez. It's kind of creepy. Bye.